Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4, and today WTF is the King's Armory, and oh my goodness, this is the biggest tower defense game you'll ever need, all in one mega box. We don't know, but heck, Lipstickpaddy, you there? Please take it away. Now, the King's Armory, 7th edition. What the heck? Never even heard of this. Well, you've never heard of this, some people might be saying. Well, it's fully remastered, upgraded components, minis, art has been redone, balancing has been done, and it comes with 5 new beautifully illustrated expansions, which make this game the biggest game ever. This is not a tabletop game, this is going to go all across your house game. You've got enough expansions here to start the tower defense, like in the mountains, comes down into the forest, goes across the wasteland, goes into the desert, then it comes towards your castle. Like, you could have it huge. There's so much stuff in this game. It is bonkers crackers. Now, it's a long campaign, and hopefully it'll get bigger than it is, because it does want quite a big goal. So it's half that at the minute, but this is an outstanding Kickstarter if you like tower defense, and it's going to be a game you can pull out at Christmas and just have it going all the way through rooms. It's that big. So we'll go down and have a look at this thing. Now, the art feels dated. I'll say that much. It feels like art from 1990, but you know, I'm okay with this because the main point of this game is the boards, isn't it? And how things are moving towards, and they've got these beautiful 3D towers. They do have this drop-in, drop-out system, which I like, which the other game that does that I'm aware of is Shadows over Camelot, which means if your friend arrives on Christmas to visit and you're actually got the tower, you know, you're halfway through your tower defense because you put it all over your house, he can join in if he wants, absolutely can join in, and one can join out, drop out if they wish. Of course, adjustable time, because you don't need to use all the expansions, you can just have a little one, and in fact you're probably going to want to start with a little one, because using all the expansions as one massive map is going to need someone, at least one person, that can walk you through it. Difficulty also because some of these monsters on it are going to be bosses, which are going to be more, and all that good stuff. Now, the art is looking a lot better. The videos down below are showing the game in its other versions, so this is the new one here. Got these nice big player boards. It looks from here as if they're dual layered as well, which is nice, and it has a Kickstarter edition, gets rid of all these and replaces them with minis, so it's got you covered, Mr. Mini, Mrs. Mini. Now, if you want the 2D core game, the 2D is these flat discs here, then you can get it fairly cheap at 60, but you're only talking about one pledge. Now, so what you're looking at here is kind of the $60 pledge, but I'm sorry to say, now, you can pay, it's only $15 extra to get 43 minis instead of the discs, which is fantastic. Now, there's no question about this. This is the best dungeon. This is the best in class when it comes to tower defense. It really is. It becomes as close as possible to what you have in a video game. Now, it's got Alden here. Now, these quotes from people, I want to know how old they are, because there's like a lot of old stuff in here. Is that a recent quote? We just don't know. One thing's for sure is that it's only getting better. Now, the minis, I must admit, they're not like looking up there with Awakened Realms stuff, but in part, they're a lot better than discs. They're way better, and they look actually good. I like them for what they are. 17 double-sided map tiles, and obviously you can create your own maps here as well, which makes it very cool. Pushing up to 90 if you want stretch goals. There is going to be special edition minis. In fact, you get the daily unlocks, but it says applicable to the minis really. But down here, you're getting the extra Kickstarter exclusive stuff, and as it goes even bigger, we're going up to 195 now, where you get all the expansions and name a character if you want to put some extra money in too. So now I actually enjoy tower defense. I love it, and this game is looking fabulous. I love all this art. I love all the tile art. I love the rework of the art that they've done. It's a massive upgrade. Love these giant cards, and you know, you've got all these minis for everything that's defending your lands, your towers. You can put these up in the towers, and you obviously want these bosses, the minis for the bosses to come out, but really at the minute you've got 85 monsters that are just discs. 3D towers looking great. And it has detail, like you put them on a tower, you get a bigger range, and you get, you know, you're stronger on a tower, you're harder to hit. And it has lots of things like enemies that are very fast, that run through you quickly, some that are not intelligent and don't go through the shortcuts. Some of them are good at range, some of them buff the other ones around, some will even resurrect dead minions, and all sorts of cool dynamics going on with the enemies. And of course, you know, when you're taking down these enemies, you're getting a currency that you're then upgrading your towers and equipment of your heroes. So, you know, you're going to be getting stronger as the game goes through it. All sorts of boxes here. I'm not saying this is going to be a light game by any means, but you can of course make a small map to start with, and then increase the complexity as you start getting bigger and bigger. As you can see here, we're looking at some extreme dice here, a D20 and a D12. These beautiful halves, as it calls it, which is for the heroes here. They're looking really nice. They still have this kind of retro feel to them, I feel. But, I mean, the whole game is a retro game, right? But it's coming back in a modern age, so it's done a lot here. I do like it. A lot going on this Kickstarter. But, for me, the one that makes it fabulous is the expansions. The whole Armory. Because when you see the scope of this now, it's going to have a massive footprint, and it just sheer excitement. Go around someone's house and you've got a massive tower defense that goes through a couple of rooms. Like, I'm a game for that, absolutely. Let's do it. And you could actually post people at different sections of this as well. So like they're manning the towers in the next room and stuff. And you know, it's pretty hectic tower defense at times as well. So lots of stuff happening, which can be really good. And if you're training people up, for example, you can put them on the second map here. So you're dealing with all the busy, and sometimes an enemy will run through you, and that's when that other person gets to handle them. So they're not handling the big mob. You're leaving him with some to deal with, to kind of teach the person up and all that good stuff. So there's a lot in here. The heroes themselves are actually going to be down on the tiles, and they're going to be moving around to try and help with the towers. So you are going to be using your heroes as abilities to actually attack them too. And so you are running around the actual map here, chasing after them. And as soon when a boss comes down, all the heroes are going to have to come together and co-op it up, because the bosses are, you know, no mean feat. Your towers really are not going to scratch them too much. So now, so you're starting off in the forest. We've got the first frozen tundra, which is the ice, so starting up in the north. Then you've got the desert here, which is called the Dragonspine Desert. Notice all these come with a stack full of new heroes, different towers, and a different boss and monsters. So it's just expanding the game fantastically. And then you've got the swamp, and you notice these towers are all getting unique to the actual map as well that they're going through. So when they go through the swamp, it's this beautiful green 3D tower. Then you've even got the lake, you're going through the lake. So there's so much terrain going through different parts here. It looks fantastic. And questionable alliances. These are kind of NPCs that you may be able to hire to come and help you. And so there's like almost some kind of dealing you're doing with these people on the map to try and help you. But again, it's like you could use this money to upgrade your towers or your actual heroes. It's, you know, this is another thing you can spend money on, so it opens your options what you can do with your money. And then the supplement expansion, which just gives you more tiles to put in, and this is where it just gets incredibly big, because the amount of tiles you've got now, it could literally go around my house. Really could. Now, put your name in the game, not too bothered about that, right, frankly, but you might be. Extra money, of course, and I guess the stretch goals. Now these are going to be dailies, and we're on a 28-day campaign here, so you know, if you're jumping in at 295, then oh my god, you're getting this monster. Not 295, I'm talking about 195. You're getting this monster. It's going to be next year, September. So this is definitely worth coming back and having a look. If this video gets 100 views, I will come back I'll put a video out in the last 24 hours where I go through all these dailies, and I'll tell you how excited I am for it, because oh my god, this game, so much to it. And if you've not got a tower defense in your shelf, then you know, this is it, isn't it? This is the only one you need. It's full of stuff. And here's an interesting one. On day 3, expansion unlock an armory. Now this is pretty interesting, because this is stuff that's expanding the 7th edition, isn't it? Because not only is the 7th edition upgraded art and minis, and it's tweaked the game and everything that it mentions above, but you know, it's never had a cave tile before, and so this is really expanding it too. So the 7th edition here is like 7th and 7.5 edition. He's getting so much. So yeah, do come in and check it where it is from this video, and you might see more of the super stuff they're going to be putting out, because it's very ambitious. But I mean, look at it. All these enemies coming through. All your heroes fighting them, and super cool. You know, the amount of enemies you're getting, it's a lot, and it's like the discs underneath them, I think, represent HP. So as you hit them, they take you take a disc away. And why do I get messages when I'm recording? Never mind. So here we are, we're almost at the end of the Kickstarter here, seeing some of these minis, not as detailed as I'd like, and it looks, you know, the actual detailing on the minis here doesn't look hyper detail, and I don't think when you're painting these are going to look, I'd like to see some painted minis, and potentially this is just, you know, it's early stuff, but I do like the dynamicness of them, of the heroes actually attacking, so that, you know, there is some hope here. I just wish that the detail was a bit more hi-fi on their armor and stuff like that. But if they show us some painted minis, then it would be great. showing off some of the details here, how it works. You've got like a randomization of level 1 monsters coming out, level 3 monsters coming out, level 4s coming out, and that will all be based on how difficult you want it to be. Now it tells you about the heroes here, some of the personal deck that they all get, how they synergize up with the other things. It's very good how you can cooperate together, buff each other, and really bring in the pain on the map. So all great, great ones that you can see here. A massive ton of heroes, that would be great. And you could be playing the game and put these heroes on each of the different districts they're going through. So if they go through the lake, they've got the Boneslaw mage, and if they go through the swamp, Raphael's the guy in the swamp. So you could like mix up your heroes as you did it. So yeah, that would be kind of really cool. I just think there's so much game here that it would make a fantastic gift at Christmas or a birthday. Just tons here, and we've got the expansions that are in the big pledge here. They can be added on, but you get to see a bit more detail of what you're getting with them here. But again, it's a ton of tiles in it, so you can really go crazy. There's the tower for the ice. There's the boss that you're getting, and stuff like that. I think if I've got anything that I'd love to see would be the boss minis. They would be very good because the actual boss is going to stay on the map for a long time. Like he's going to take a lot. He or she's going to take a lot to take down, right? So. But I love all the classes. I mean, it's 7th edition here. We've got depth to the strategies here. Check this tank out. I mean, come on, we need a mini. We need minis! Love the fact that I love all these different classes. The Geomancer's fantastic. See the swamp tiles here in detail. And it's all good, isn't it? I mean, as long as you know what the game is here, you're going to be fully excited by this promise here. The Bard, I love the Bard. The role play in this game is fantastic. And yeah, riding horses. I mean, if you've got the whole tower defense going through rooms in your house, you're definitely going to need some quick way to move around if you've only got a couple of heroes that you're playing with. But yeah, it's really good. The chapel here is like a little healing place where your heroes can jump in to regenerate, and there's some cool stuff happening here. And these are the questionable alliances, and just putting more detail out. More weapons you can get, more classes, just such a massive amount of stuff here. But if you've got monsters, like if let's just say it doesn't come with the boss minis, it doesn't matter to me too much. I mean, I've got a dragon I can pull from another game to put on. You know what I mean? You just bring out the bosses from your miniature collection if you're lucky to have one to fill in the void, right? Now, map pack, just making it bigger. Everything's just making it bigger. Look at it all, making it big. Upgrade pack looks lovely, doesn't it? But you can see the depth of the strategy here. You can poison people. You can free them when they get stuck. Debuff someone if they've got something very strong. You might have an enemy that's making all the enemies around it stronger, so you can debuff them. Invisible, so something can go invisible. How difficult is that? Hover, something can hover. What the heck's that? So we can get over terrain. That's cool. Regenerating enemies. Grounded, so they can't fly. Bleeding, damage over time. Burning, damage over time. If all these effects are really cool. So yeah, really nice. And there's stuff here not you know, stuff here that's going to blow you away. Now, look at these minis if you really want to pimp them out by going with metal. I mean, what's going on here? If you want more detail, you get metal. And, I mean, here in the metal, look, they've got like your level 1, level 2, level 3. They've actually got your enemies leveling up here in the metal detail, which is phenomenal, isn't it? So yeah, pretty cool indeed. Those are all the heroes. The allies. So what are you getting? You're now getting minis, you're getting a streamlined game mode because it's 7 iterations. You know, you got the components are looking better, art's been updated, cards have been updated, it's been rebalanced. It's got 2 manuals because if there's 2 people in each room, you need a manual in both rooms. I love this ambition in this game, it's just epic. And if you go for that giant box, it's only $49 all in. I want to see what the size of this box is. It's going to be an absolute whopper. So yeah, you've got videos here, old videos too, but they'll give you like a sense of the gameplay. And you can see the team is a fairly big team, and they've got a lot of people involved in the process, and yeah. I mean, the Kickstarter itself has a little bit of an age to it, but you've got to kind of see the ambition here and the promise of this Kickstarter and how much you're getting. It's basically $200 for an epic game day. It's a game day, isn't it? You're going to be spending all day defending the realm from the hordes of enemies. You're going to treat this like a fantastic event. Like, it's my birthday, and I pull out this 7th edition going round the house. Oh man, it sounds fantastic. So yeah, get the remind me on. If I get 100 views, I'm going to come back, look at all these dailies, see how exciting it is, and then we'll decide what strategy to do, because busy Kickstarter at the minute, and the $1 pledge. Investigate this. Some stuff though, if you're in it. Only 2 in the FAQ. But yeah, can you $1 pledge is my question. Hopefully this will be in the FAQ when you come here. And peeps, if you like tower defense, you don't know what tower defense is, please watch the videos. It's mega exciting. It's very stressful, very fun. And with all these minis running around with the different heroes, you're running up, you're getting money every time you are defeating enemies, you're upgrading towers, you're updating, you're updating weapons, you're updating things, you've got alliances going on with NPCs, and there's so much good. You set so many traps up and you can co-op together, synergize together. There's so much happening in this tower defense game, and with all those expansions, heck, it's going to have the biggest footprint of any game I've ever seen. So yeah, King's Armory, what a whopping Kickstarter page. Can't get more excited. I'm coming back to see this one near the end, I'll tell you that, to check out all its daily unlocks, and it's going to be definitely one I'd love to have in my collection. So with that, do we recommend it? Of course we do. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. You've been listening to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I've been the host, Lipstickpaddy. You take care and stay safe. And bye-bye for now. And have a happy Halloween.